Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Tuesday, December 29th, at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 700 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Trump put Senate Republicans in a real jam, but McConnell might have a way out. Wisconsin prosecutors add curfew charge against Rittenhouse. A Massachusetts Republican Party leader says he thinks he got COVID-19 at a White House Hanukkah event. The 7 best Arabs in Los Angeles. Ex-Pence aide turned Trump critic very concerned about January 6th violence. Martha Stewart uses this secret ingredient for the best grilled cheese ever. Ohio cop contradicts killer colleague, I saw no gun, no threat from Andre Hill. Sly Stallone just got vacation shamed after pic in front of private jet in Florida. Georgia Senate runoff, what are the latest polls and odds? Trump accuses Republicans of death wish as Senate threatens to defy him on key bills. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Some states spoke federal vaccine recommendations and prioritized the elderly over essential workers, The Washington Post. McConnell blocks Democrats' attempt to quickly approve $2,000 stimulus checks amid pressure on GOP to act, The Washington Post. Colorado confirms first known U.S. case of new COVID-19 strain believed to be more contagious, USA Today. Feds decline charges against officers in Tamir Rice case, The Associated Press. New U.S. dietary guidelines ignore scientists' advice on alcohol limits, Gizmodo. Joe Biden refers to Kamala Harris as president-elect, New York Post. California extends stay-at-home order for 2 regions of the state as intensive care unit capacity remains tight, CNBC. Tesla Incorporated stock underperforms Tuesday when compared to competitors despite daily gains, MarketWatch. Apple loses copyright claims in lawsuit against U.S. security bug startup, Reuters. The history of the Xbox One, the good, the bad, and the ugly, IGN. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Justice Department declines charges against officers in Tamir Rice case. There's one huge difference in how men and women job hunt. New COVID-19 variant from UK confirmed in US for first time. CNN fact-checker checks Donald Trump Jr. with actual facts. Biden slams Trump for slow COVID-19 vaccine rollout. Federal prosecutor who helped fuel Trump's bogus voter fraud narrative to resign. Body cam footage shows Nashville police evacuating area before RV explodes. Here's everything we know about Wonder Woman 3. Powerful earthquake strikes Croatia, causing widespread damage. California hospitals brace for surge on top of the surge. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. College introduces competitive video gaming. Controversial statue removed. Smart home built to help people with disabilities. 2 injured, 7 families displaced in fire. Man charged with attempted murder. Investigators at scene of massive apartment fire. Newspaper delivery woman pinned underneath car. Girl arrested after teen riding on car dies. Woman loses $2,000 on cancelled vacation. Healthcare workers concerned over rise in cases. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Stimulus checks, virus variant, Breonna Taylor, your Tuesday evening briefing. McConnell blocks immediate vote on $2,000 stimulus checks. California extends stay-at-home orders in 2 regions. How the police killed Breonna Taylor. Cryptocurrency startup underpaid women and black employees, data shows. At least one more Louisville officer tied to Breonna Taylor raid will be fired. How Linwood became a pro-Trump conspiracy theorist. First case of British coronavirus variant has been confirmed in the U.S. U.S. diet guidelines sidestep scientific advice to cut sugar and alcohol. BNP Paribas Open tennis tournament is postponed due to coronavirus. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Biden says Trump administration's plan to distribute vaccines falling far behind. Fox News poll, a record number say 2020 was a bad year. Atlanta City Council members fund private police force, blessed mayor's handling of crime surge. Warnock says Georgians can trust Loeffler after she backs $2,000 stimulus checks. Cuomo threatens to hold those who got coronavirus vaccine out of turn criminally liable. Department of Justice closes Tamir Rice inquiry, will not file charges. Education Secretary Betsy DeVos, stop indoctrinating students with insidious anti-American lies. Colorado health officials confirm highly infectious coronavirus variant found, first in U.S. NYC chef curated grocery boxes driving profit to the virus-pummeled restaurant industry. Victim of botched Chicago police raid cancels meeting with Lightfoot after parties cannot agree to terms. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Tuesday, December 29th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. New more contagious variant of COVID-19 found in Colorado. Chanel West Coast on MTV's Ridiculousness and new album, Entertaining is What I'm Good At. Christmas music triggers miraculous moment for elderly woman battling memory loss. Woman, 95, threatened with eviction for socially distanced chats with granddaughter. Lyft driver carjacked by his own passenger told to pay $2,500 deductible when car found damaged. Stimulus package update, when will the checks start arriving? Ryan Michelle Beth on CBS All Rise and movie Sylvie's Love, I have waited so long to participate in this moment. Virtual New Year's Eve, how to watch streaming celebrations across the country. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Colorado confirms it has detected first cases of mutant COVID strain. Boeing 737 MAX returns to service in first U.S. commercial flight since March 2019. A moody Donald Trump raged about Melania's Mar-a-Lago renovations. Boris Johnson will hail new chapter in British history on the day of his historic Brexit deal vote. 1 million, that's what we've clawed back for readers in the pandemic. Roz Clark, the startling pandemic facts you won't hear from ministers shutting Britain down. Transgender warehouse worker, 55, sues FedEx over claims she was forced out by bullying colleagues. EU migrants who come to Britain will not be able to claim benefits for 5 years. Family of British businessman who has untreated TB in a Dubai prison accuse Rob of doing nothing. Unless Republicans have a death wish, they must approve the $2,000 payment. Say yes, AP Donald Trump says. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Lebanese PM slams diabolical move to charge him over blast. Sudanese Berry man apparently tortured during detention. How life under Taliban rule in Afghanistan has changed, and how it hasn't. COVID-19 not necessarily the big one, WHO warns. Egypt court sentences ex-student to 3 years in Me Too case. Russian monk charged with inciting suicidal acts in sermons. As U.S. forces leave, Somalia's elite fighting unit fears becoming a political pawn. Drive to legalize abortion in Argentina reaches key vote. China grapples with new coronavirus cases ahead of Lunar New Year. Canada is turning asylum seekers away at the border. In the U.S., they face deportation. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Johnson to hail historic resolution as Brexit bill comes before Commons. Manchester United goes second after late Rashford winner sinks Wolves. U.S. reports its first known case of new UK COVID variant. McConnell blocks initial Democratic effort for $2,000 COVID stimulus checks. Premier League plays down rise in COVID cases as Sam Allardyce calls for pause. Alexei Navalny to be investigated by Russian authorities over alleged fraud. U.S. and EU pressure China over release of Wuhan citizen journalist. Saka and Lacazette deliver for Arsenal again to leave Brighton in trouble. Boeing 737 MAX returns to U.S. skies for first time in 21 months. Death row inmate who survived execution attempt dies in prison. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Feds decline charges against officers in Tamir Rice case. New U.S. dietary guidelines, no candy, cake for kid under 2. Police observe no threats from Andre Hill before shooting. Biden takes Trump to task over lagging pace of vaccinations. Dark period, killings spike in NYC amid pandemic, unrest. Mass, legislature overrides veto, expands access to abortion. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Argentina abortion, Senate to vote on legalization. Croatia earthquake, 7 dead as rescuers search rubble for survivors. Alexei Navalny, Russian officials bring new fraud charges. Algerian President Tebboune returns after COVID treatment in Germany. Coronavirus, no liquor in teapots, South Africa's restaurants warned. Ahmed Bassam-Zaki, Egypt jails harassing student who sparked Me Too campaign. Croatia earthquake, rescuers search rubble for survivors. Nashville, the community trying to conserve Kenya's wildlife. Russia police arrest COVID-denying priest Father Sergei. Nashville explosion. Bodycam footage shows moments before and after bomb. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Coronavirus updates. Stimulus checks delayed until next week. California will likely extend stay-at-home orders. Spain tops 50K deaths. AP top stories December 29th. House votes to boost COVID-19 relief funds. Vandalism leaves 3,500 customers without heat or hot water amid freezing temperatures in Colorado. Palm oil and Girl Scout cookies tied to child labor. Today in history for December 29th. A ceramic bust of Breonna Taylor was vandalized in California. The sculptor calls it a racist attack, vows to rebuild in bronze. Ohio police officer Adam Coy fired after fatal shooting of unarmed black man Andre Hill, Fraternal Order of Police says. In California, stay-at-home order likely to be extended, and a powerful storm hits SoCal. Judge denies bond to decorated Army member charged in Illinois bowling alley shooting. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Thunderstorm slams Southland. A hospital gave a COVID-19 vaccine to a Disney employee. It may be permitted under state guidance. Travelers to LA County must quarantine for 10 days under new guidelines. Los Angeles firefighters and paramedics receive first COVID-19 vaccine doses. Vandals smash Breonna Taylor sculpture in Oakland. LA County issues most dire coronavirus warnings yet. Hospitals in crisis as death toll surges toward 10,000. Sewage spill in Long Beach closes 7 miles of shoreline. December is a COVID-19 disaster in California. January is shaping up to be bleak too for deluged hospitals. Rain, hail, snow battered Southern California as powerful storm hit. COVID-19 holiday surge may extend Southern California's stay-at-home order into the new year. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Tuesday, December 29th, 2020. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Wuhan's COVID-19 infections may have been almost 10 times higher than official figure, study shows. Child labor in palm oil industry tied to Girl Scout cookies. Seafaring slavery aboard Chinese vessels in the Indo-Pacific. Japan gave intel on China's crackdown on new hires to US and Britain. International convention to stop richer countries exporting contaminated material for recycling could mean a cleaner ocean in 5 years. Spain is to set up a registry of people who refuse to be vaccinated against coronavirus and share it with other European Union nations, the health minister has said. The list would not be made accessible to the public or to employers. 50 journalists and media workers were killed in connection with their work in 2020, the majority in countries that are not at war, Reporters Without Borders said. The figure shows an increase in the targeting of reporters investigating organized crime, corruption or environmental issues. Mexico electricity outage leaves 10.3 million temporarily without power. Japan to build wooden satellites to cut space junk. Rio de Janeiro authorities announced Monday they will block beach access the night of December 31st to prevent crowds in one of Brazil's worst hit cities by the coronavirus pandemic. Each year, 1,000 Pakistani girls forcibly converted to Islam. Adidas developing plant-based leather material that will be used to make shoes, material made from mycelium, which is part of fungus. Company produced 15 million pairs of shoes in 2020 made from recycled plastic waste collected from beaches and coastal regions. Australia insists WHO inquiry into COVID origin must be robust, despite China tensions. 900 rotisserie chicken meals donated to homeless people in Montreal. Russia gives Kremlin critic Navalny an ultimatum, return immediately or face jail. The next headlines are from Forbes. Miguel's mom, Vanessa Rubio, previews Cobra Kai Season 3. Trump gets Art of the Deal masterclass from Vietnam. How do researchers are using AI and robots to design the successor to lithium-ion batteries? How do the Los Angeles Clippers look after 3 games? WWE Raw results, winners, news and notes on December 28, 2020. The Miz gets Money in the Bank briefcase back on WWE Raw. Jay Stone reassures a Nipsey Hussle posthumous album is in the works. For e-bike owners, a mobile bike repair service that makes house calls. Barcelona and the 5 stages of decline. Coronavirus widens the divide between the retail haves and have-nots this holiday season. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Coronavirus Diaries, an unexpected career experiment. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,675,919,268 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time, and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Box office in Spain plunges 72% in 2020, though hits avert total disaster. Italian TV industry mourns late Luke V drama chief and Medici producer Sarah Melodia. Movistar Plus originals account for top 5 series in 2020 as pay TV and SVOD rule Spanish fiction exclusive. North Carolina teacher files copyright infringement suit against Netflix's Outer Banks. Sylvester Stallone buys $35 million Palm Beach estate. Ex-MLB star Adrian Gonzalez fields offers for Beverly Grove home. His Dark Materials, Lin-Manuel Miranda breaks down the season 2 finale. LA County Health Department asks film industry to strongly consider pausing production as COVID-19 cases surge. Everything coming to Netflix in January 2021. Billionaire Paycom CEO drops $26.5 million on Malibu's El Pelicano estate. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Religion, abortion, guns and race, just the start of a new Supreme Court menu. Omni Hotels accepted millions in PPP funds but didn't pay workers. The spectacular rise of SPACs, the backwards IPO that's taking over Wall Street. That terrifies me. Trump rule allows natural gas transport by rail in dense areas. In Atlanta, a wave of coronavirus deaths and the questions left in its wake. 5 lessons Democrats can learn from the 2020 elections. U.S. announces new rules for drones and their operators. Columbus, Ohio, officer who shot and killed Andre Hill is fired. House rejects Trump's defense bill veto in highly unusual vote. House endorses Trump back $2,000 payment amid feud within GOP. The following headlines are from the week. Trump fails to redraw politics battle lines. The big scientific breakthroughs of 2020. What I'll tell my kids about 2020. The 7 new books that helped me escape this year. The best headlines of 2020. At LA Hospital, there are so many COVID-19 patients, some are being put in a gift shop. South Africa bans alcohol sales, closes bars to try to stop spread of coronavirus. Neighbor says Nashville bomber told him he was going to be so famous. China sentences citizen journalist who reported on COVID-19 in Wuhan to 4 years in prison. Saw screen's highest number of travelers since mid-March. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Anatomy of a crime. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. Allotropy, why winter spells trouble for the Tin Man. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Asteroids crashing into dead stars are helping explain where the universe's missing lithium went. Brines could be present on the surface of Mars for up to 12 hours, never for a full day. New data supports the modified gravity explanation for dark matter, much to the surprise of the researchers. To help trudge through the snow, the Chang'e 5 recovery team wore powered exoskeletons. These are the news headlines for today, Tuesday, December 29th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Kelvin Helmholtz clouds look like waves in the sky. Sun's entry into zodiac constellations, 2021. Sun's entry into zodiac signs, 2021. December's full moon falls on December 30th. The next news is from Politico. The deaths that shook politics in 2020. America's voice goes silent in Berlin as last U.S. radio station closes. Yellen's looming headache, Treasury's vanishing ranks. Trump unplanned gift to Biden, clean energy on the rise. Biden's nominees will face a China gauntlet. The worst predictions of 2020. Congressional staffers eligible to receive coronavirus vaccine. Judge blocks voter purge in 2 Georgia counties. Trump opens up federal dollars for private school vouchers amid pandemic. House votes to override Trump veto of defense bill. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Privacy blamed for delay in social housing data amid growing demand. Sydney set to hold on to New Year's test at the SCG. Kiss Norbo off to winning start as city down roar. Another swab story. Man found clinging for safety after boat washes up on Sunshine Coast. Australians fined, docked points for overrate. The best of the world in pictures. Coronavirus Australia updates live. NSW records 6 new cases including Wollongong and Sydney mystery cases. How did we get through it? Year 12 students cap crazy 2020 with results. Greater Sydney's COVID fears eclipse northern beaches. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Arrow Century shares soar more than 1,300% after New York Stock Exchange America accepts company's plan to remain listed. Myovant shares soar 27% on news of Pfizer prostate cancer drug collaboration worth up to $4.2 billion. European markets march higher as London welcomes Brexit trade deal. Auto Trader, these are the best minivans for 2021. NerdWallet, how to partially refinance student loans, and who should consider it. NerdWallet, skip the individual stocks and get smart with ETFs. Next Avenue, so, your investments did great this year, but how much did they cost you? NerdWallet, inspired travel resolutions for 2021. The Moneyest, I received a financial gift from my mother. I returned it to her 5 years ago. Now that we're divorcing, my husband says half of that money belongs to him. The Moneyest, I'm lucky to get by on $75,000 a year. The $600 stimulus program doesn't sound reasonable to me. Why am I left out? Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. 13 tech luminaries we lost in 2020, Computer World. Financing innovation in China, East Asia Forum. 5 steps to apply for a patent in Pune, Hindustan Times. U.S. opens probe of Jaguar Land Rover patent claims against VW, Times Live. 3 senior patent attorneys establish a new firm, The Jerusalem Post. Patent filings roundup, ITC District Court PGR fight over body sculptors, FinTech denials benefiting funded NPEs, Unilock not naming Fortress despite District Court standing dismissal, IPWatchdog.com. IBM announces settlement with Airbnb for patent lawsuit, Yahoo Finance. AMBA wins approval to establish postdoctoral research workstation, PR Newswire. Prosecution and litigation implications of subsequent patent applications, Part 4, IPWatchdog.com. Policy objectives of the Russian Patent Office in 2020 and their fulfillment, Lixology. The next headlines are from Quartz. Beijing is breaching Hong Kong's final line of defense, its judiciary. How LGBTQ+ members of the South Asian diaspora navigate stigma and stress. The year it was okay not to be okay at work. Will Tesla finally come to India in 2021? Why Chinese youngsters are embracing a philosophy of slacking off. Trump signed the second COVID relief package. What is the Novavax vaccine, and how does it work? These are 5 statistical thresholds that will probably be breached in 2021. Returning to the office in 2021 will introduce a tricky new power dynamic. What happened in 2020? Test your knowledge with our quiz. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Pasco County Sheriff's School Pre-Crime Program is violating federal privacy laws. Elsevier wants to stop Indian medics, students and academics accessing knowledge the only way most of them can afford, via Z-Hub and LibGen. Content moderation case study, profanity filter causes problems at Paleontology Conference, October 2020. First Circuit Appeals Court reaffirms its 2011 decision, the First Amendment protects the recording of cops. Coalition of internet companies who are decidedly not big tech raise their voices about the importance of Section 230. Presidential Commission on Law Enforcement says pretty much everyone but cops are to blame for the shitty state of American policing. Daily Deal, the complete Google Masterclass bundle. Unimpressed judge tosses one of Devin Nunes slap suits against the Washington Post. Verizon's latest 5G innovation, a 5G DSS network that's slower than 4G. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. M. Roberts. Kourtney Kardashian. Denzel Washington. XRP. Justin Hartley. John Wolford. Spencer Dinwiddie. Josh Allen. Sharna Burgess. Andre Hill. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Oil demand won't fully recover until 2022, IHS Markit. Sydney on high alert following new coronavirus cases, despite downward trend in infections. Russia reveals it has world's 3rd highest overall COVID-19 deaths but per capita number similar to European states. Australia's economy may never return to previous growth due to trade row with China, report. UK needs tougher COVID-19 measures to avoid a catastrophic start to 2021 as new virus strain rampant, government advisor. Fight off, UFC Fight Island clash between Khamzat Chimaev and Leon Edwards about set to be scrapped. Iran launches human trials for domestically developed COVID-19 vaccine. Why don't you come up with a new scare tactic? Nikki Haley roasted for declaring socialism the soon-to-be-them default policy. India could prove to be South Asia's most resilient economy over long term, says UN. Sales of Russian grain surged despite strict export limits due to pandemic crisis. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Blood Gold, Dubai's gold hub and the Swiss connection. These are the biggest risks to lasting Brexit trade peace. Organizer of London anti-lockdown protest could be fined 10,000. Spain plans a registry for those who refuse COVID vaccine. Swiss furious as 200 British skiers flee verge over COVID lockdown order. Escobar, Turkey pivots to the center of the new Great Game. 2020, the year we lost our common sense, courage, and civil liberties. Base blasts deeply corrupt EU over imminent landmark China investment deal. Biden meddles with Donald Trump's Middle East legacy at his peril. People are fed up, California out of excuses as coronavirus defies militant lockdowns. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Indian film star Rajinikanth ends political bid over health fears. No future, the English left in retrospect. CEO of Iran Berkut, Iran launches human trials of its COVID vaccine. This Indian startup has not only survived COVID, it is thriving. Under regulatory pressure, China's end considers overhaul, report. Pakistan, India report cases of coronavirus variant, Hive News. UK needs tighter COVID rules to avert catastrophe, epidemiologist. Bangladesh moves nearly 2,000 Rohingya refugees to remote island. Family of jailed Saudi activist Al-Haq Lawal to appeal sentencing. Surviving in the ruins of Moria. The next headlines are from Breitbart. David Perdue, China courting young impressionable liberals like John Ossoff, Eric Swalwell, Hunter Biden. Indian Army officer accused of planting weapons on dead bodies to stage gun battle. CNN's Lemon, Trump is embarrassing himself with coronavirus relief delay. Blackburn on $2,000 payments, Dems want to go down path of guaranteed minimum income, aid must be targeted. Tom Fitton, Merry Christmas from Judicial Watch. Georgia Democrats lean on changing demographics to flip state blue. Senator Marco Rubio supports Trump's call for $2,000 checks. House votes to override Trump's defense bill veto. Rasmussen, GOP voters open to fresh face in 2024. Franklin Graham, Christians need to save soul of our nation by voting for Republicans in Georgia. The next headlines are from UPI News. Australian friends win $750,000 using lottery numbers from a hat. Look, donkey rescued after a month stranded on South African island. Virginia man finds stolen 1969 Camaro after 17 years. Watch, dog adopted by soccer player after interrupting game in Bolivia. Watch, gingerbread monolith installed in San Francisco Park. Watch, Kentucky man uses flamethrower to clear snow from driveway. Watch, man catches 52 nuts on head for Guinness World Record. Horse rescued from pool cover in Arkansas. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. 5 best board games this year. 10 most dangerous jobs in America. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Sealed with a wave, young pop gives photographer a moment to remember while lounging on the beach. Sikhs hand out thousands of meals to stranded truckers and fill 1,000 sandbags for flood victims. A 93-year-old veteran whittling walking sticks has raised $16,000 for food pantry. Seaweed-eating giant crabs could help save Florida coral reefs, and they're lovingly named the reef goats. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Tuesday, December 29th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. This UCLA student made her own social distancing bubble as a 12-foot wide dress. Researchers turn to human waste to sniff out clues about COVID-19. Wausau girl among first female Eagle Scouts in the nation. CPSC issues recall for ceiling fans with blades that can detach. Dog polishes off family's Christmas dinner, is unable to move after that. Man walks circumference of Earth without leaving home city. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Trading bots, is it game over for human financial analysts? The most anticipated video games of 2021. We need to make remote meetings more boring in 2021. Behind the wheel of the Volkswagen ID4 crossover. The podcasts that got us through 2020. Stay at home and listen to these 5 podcasts on the future of mobility. How global crisis affects design. Learn to sell on Alibaba, Amazon, and eBay as your new side hustle for 2021. Why web scraping is vital to democracy. 2021 will be the year open source projects overcome their diversity problems. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Discovery about how cancer cells evade immune defenses inspires new treatment approach. Vaping could cloud your thoughts, new studies suggest. Important milestone in the creation of a quantum computer. Quick look under the skin. Carbon capture, faster, greener way of producing carbon spheres. Music-induced emotions can be predicted from brain scans. Primordial black holes and the search for dark matter from the multiverse. Discovery boosts theory that life on Earth arose from RNA-DNA mix. Study suggests link between word choices and extroverts. High-speed atomic force microscopy takes on intrinsically disordered proteins. The next headlines are from Information Week. What do we do about racist machines? This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Tuesday, December 29th from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. Young students send questions to astronauts aboard space station. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Fate of Trump's $2,000 checks now rests with GOP-led Senate. The triple team, Thunder's Lou Dort gets better of Donovan Mitchell for 3 quarters, then Mitchell gets last laugh. Donovan Mitchell's late barrage helps Utah Jazz get both a win and some closure in return to Oklahoma City. Frank Bruni, Joe Biden's withering olive branch. Letter, Trump's pardon of killers is deplorable indeed. Letter, apply pandemic thinking to solving climate crisis. LDS Church sued for alleged role in Boy Scout sex abuse. In his last speech as governor, Gary Herbert calls for unity, invokes Utah pioneer spirit. Utah 75 and older will be first in line for COVID-19 vaccine in next phase of rollout. Richard Davis and Hillary Sterling, United Utah Party was the sleeper story of the 2020 election. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Coinbase to suspend trading in XRP. The lasting lessons of John Conway's Game of Life. Apple launches first-generation college student mentorship program. New York Post's Hunter Biden laptop sources Twitter for defamation. Tech giants are giving China a vital edge in espionage. Finland says hackers accessed MP's emails accounts. Canon patents an Osmo-style camera with interchangeable lenses. U.S. to allow small drones to fly over people at night. Bitcoin miners in Nordic region get a boost from cheap power. Tesla to make India debut early next year. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Parents of 4-year-old girl allegedly killed by neighbors while removing demon are charged. McCormick reaches 500 career wins. Catalytic converter thief caught red-handed after chase from St. Charles to St. Louis County. Second stimulus check, when to expect a $600 COVID relief payment. Women fend off would-be robber in Walmart parking lot. Vehicle stolen in Imperial recovered, reunited with owner more than 2 weeks later. Missouri begins vaccinations at long-term care facilities. St. Louis nears homicide record following violent holiday weekend. Ex-boyfriend responsible for Christmas double murder in Spanish Lake, police say. Lawyer, soldier charged in Rockford shooting may have PTSD. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Winter storm brings high surf, water advisory to San Diego beaches. CVS starts administering COVID-19 vaccines at long-term care facilities. Police identify man killed in Escondido apartment. Video shows Humane Society rescue injured dog from riverbed. Police release bodycam footage from downtown Nashville bombing. Reports, Padres to get Yu Darvish in deal with Cubs. Head-on crash closes Highway 76 in Puma Valley. School district settles with teachers union, cancels in-person learning. County reports 1,751 new COVID-19 cases, jump in hospitalizations. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. UK military receives 30 nano-drones with spine range of 1.2 miles, developer confirms. The strange tale of the Glasgow criminal and the international master spy. The US spy who opened one of Leeds' most iconic nightclubs. UK Army buys 30 bug drones that can spy on targets 2 kilometers away. How British spy George Blake became a KGB colonel. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Lockheed Martin delivers 123rd F-35 fighter jet of the year. L3 Harris gets $496 contract for next generation jammer. German Navy receives new underwater drone from Huntington Ingalls Industries. South Korea's Army awards amphibious bridging vehicle contract to Hanwha Defense. Ukraine begins production of rotor blades for Mill family helicopters. Royal Australian Air Force declares the F-35 combat ready. U.S. Forces Korea receives first shipment of COVID-19 vaccines. Kai releases new photo from South Korea's next-gen fighter jet assembly line. South Korean Army awards $480 million contract for additional K-2 tanks. Oshkosh to buy autonomous ground drone maker Pratt Miller for $115 m. The next headlines are from SUP China. Top news about China. China sentences citizen journalist to 4 years in prison for challenging COVID-19 response narrative. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Tuesday, December 29th, 2020. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Miami looks to lure tech companies from California. Homeless move into new affordable housing in Oakland. Vandals, thieves target San Francisco small businesses over holiday weekend. Walgreens, CVS distribute COVID-19 vaccine to long-term care facilities. Bay Area hospitals make changes to help with ongoing COVID-19 surge. Travelers returning to LA County required to quarantine for 10 days. Former SFPD officer pleads not guilty to charges in 2017 fatal shooting. House EA's congressional delegation voted for $2,000 COVID-19 relief checks. COVID-19 relief package offers $15 billion for struggling arts venues. Comcast to raise prices in new year. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. District 203 backs decision to begin hybrid learning next month. Constable, teacher finds joy in converting to education. Help for family after deadly house fire. Number 9 Texas A&M women route Northwestern State 112-26. House approves Trump's $2,000 checks, sending to GOP-led Senate. Lake County boy abducted from Christmas party reunited with grandmother. COVID-19 deaths surpass 16,000 as vaccines arrive at long-term care facilities. We hope to get an answer. Authorities still searching for motive in Nashville bombing. Better, WGN sports legend Jack Rosenberg dies at age 94. Watch, video remembrance of notable deaths of 2020. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Toppled logs causes delays on Kingston Edmonds ferry route. How to recycle your Christmas tree around Seattle. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iran, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in China, India, Nepal, Pakistan. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Peru. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Argentina. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Spain, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Tuesday, December 29th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. The world is never going to forget me, Nashville Christmas Day bomber said to neighbor. Marriott International's Spirit to Serve helps change kids' health and change the future. Amber Alert cancelled for spring child abducted by mom's ex. Daughter says murdered spring mom was trying to leave relationship. Kamala Harris receives COVID-19 vaccine Tuesday. Horse therapy changing lives at Solana Stables. 15-year-old shot and killed in West Houston near a leaf, HPD says. Picking your nose isn't just gross, it's dangerous in the time of coronavirus. Here's why. Need to return a gift? Here's how retailers are making it safer during the pandemic. Stimulus checks update. FTC warns of scams ahead of second round of payments. The following headlines are from China Post. Top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Schifrin leads Tizin in slalom after first run, Vlhova in sixth. Statue of slave kneeling before Lincoln is removed in Boston. Russia, former energy exec convicted of spying for Moldova. With deadline looming, group wants more census documents. Winter storm could bring several inches of snow. Judge blocks residency challenges to 4,000 Georgia voters. State capitals face showdown over COVID powers and spending. Masters fielded 84 players heading into the final 3 months. Boeing MAX returns to U.S. skies with first passenger flight. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Coronavirus updates. Fauci says vaccine rollout are not at the numbers that we want it to be. Fran Lebowitz and Martin Scorsese bring a double dose of NYC attitude to Netflix. Most New York State evictions halted until May under sweeping new law. The best albums of 2020. Extra extra, remembering when competition for toilet paper was cutthroat. Bernice Abbott's photography documented New York City's drastically changing landscape in the 1930s. 2 trapped in fatal wall collapse at Brooklyn construction site. Checking in, Le Venue Orleans grocery on how music venues are struggling to survive during COVID. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Cuomo threatens $1 million fine and license revocation for COVID vaccine fraudsters. The next headlines are from Observer.com. The FAA just approved delivery drones to fly over your home at night. 50 mentor names we could read on that wall in Seoul. From Berlin's Komische Oper, an ecstatic stream of Lequat D. Hoffman. How dead rockets could save an aging International Space Station. A stranger on the phone creates drama in 1,000 ways, Part 1, a phone call. Why AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine, nearing approval, could have a huge impact. CBD Oil UK, the UK's best CBD oil products of 2021. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Minor earthquake, 3.8 mag was detected near San Antonio de los Cobres in Argentina. Light earthquake 4.6 mag, 3 kilometers north by northeast of Nagra, Italy. Minor earthquake, 3.1800007 mag was detected near Carnation in Washington. Light earthquake 4.7 mag, Kermadec Islands region. Light earthquake, 4.5 mag strikes near Corral in Chile. Minor earthquake, 3.38 mag has occurred near Charlotte Amalia in U.S. Virgin Islands. Light earthquake, 4.4 mag strikes near Petrinja in Croatia. Strong earthquake, 6.4 mag was detected near Croatia region. Light earthquake, 4.4 mag was detected near Emahe in Indonesia. Minor earthquake, 3.2 mag was detected near Langwa in Oregon. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Tractors can change farming in good ways and bad, lessons from 4 African countries. Women need support and understanding after miscarriage. Belo Monte Dam, electricity or life in Brazil's Amazon rainforest. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Giant study disproves myth of asymptomatic COVID spread. Major COVID vaccine glitch emerges, most Europeans, including hospital staff, refuse to take it. International passengers arriving in NYC must quarantine, sheriff deputies to visit UK travelers at home, hotel to serve order, de Blasio. Judge rejects Ghislaine Maxwell's $28.50 M bail package. Which states saw the biggest population inflows and outflows in 2020? Journalist hounded after pointing out that only old and sick die from COVID. The Great Reset, H.G. Wells' dystopic vision comes alive. Professor Neil Ferguson admits lockdowns were inspired by China. Congress passed legislation making the Treasury Secretary the boss of the Federal Reserve during a financial crisis that's creating its own crisis. In Spain, a register for those who refuse the vaccine, it will be shared with EU countries. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Coronavirus denying Russian monk detained by police. Famed French designer Pierre Cardin dies at 98. Were Home Depot ceiling fans recalled after blaze detached? Is this pic of fat Trump on a golf course real? Man crashes into Target store with snowplow on Christmas. House approves Trump's $2K checks, sending to GOP-led Senate. Judge rejects Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell's bail bid. Mormon church sued for alleged role in Boy Scout sex abuse. Ohio officer fired in the fatal shooting of black man. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. UK lockdown measures aren't slowing the spread of the new coronavirus variant, experts warn. These shearling-lined mules aren't slippers but they feel like it. Missouri parents who watch beating cannot go to their demon child's funeral, judge rules. My Year in Drinks, 2020. Netflix versus Disney Plus versus HBO Max, who won the apocalyptic 2020 streaming wars? Daily Beast readers share their defining moments of 2020. My racism recliner test. Should you feel safe flying on a Boeing 737 MAX? What the New York Times get wrong about Jesus. The most acid-trippy episodes of the new abnormal. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Ollie and AJ blast bum boyfriend in explicit potential breakup song remix. eBay offers authenticity guarantee on watches to prevent fakes. What was 22 Spark in Seoul? The Disney movie's powerful ending explained. Stand Desk adjustable standing desk is now on sale for 20% off. Nantucket's COVID-19 outbreak has turned residents against each other. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Citizen astronomers map near-Earth asteroid. 20 years around the red planet. Here's what we know about the signal from Proxima Centauri. What would Earth look like to alien astronomers? You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Magnitude 6.4 earthquake kills child, causes huge damage in Croatia. Suspects killed, officer shot in gunfire outside Georgia prison after contraband drop. Pierre Cardin, celebrated French fashion designer, dead at 98. Washington nursing home that saw first U.S. COVID outbreak begins vaccinating residents. Texas sheriff's deputy arrested for domestic violence for second time this year. High school teacher appears in court on charges of criminal sexual abuse after admitting to relationship with student. Sisters go through pandemic pregnancies together, give birth 90 minutes apart. Ohio cop who fatally shot Andre Hill while he was holding a cell phone is fired. Scotty is finally beamed up to the International Space Station, and the backstory is revealed. Parents deny endangering 4-year-old daughter allegedly killed by neighbors to remove demon. The following headlines are from military.com. Plans for Army striker-mounted laser shoot-off enter final stages. 75 military doctors and nurses deployed to California hospitals in COVID-19 surge. Navy approves environmental cleanup plan for former shooting range in Rhode Island. Biden warns of Trump officials' roadblocks to transition. House votes to override Trump's veto of defense bill. Green Beret accused in bowling alley shooting spree has PTSD, lawyer says. Key U.S. ally declares its F-35s ready for combat. Fighters launched from carrier give cover to U.S. troops withdrawing from Somalia. Army suspends former 1st Special Forces Group CO after arrest on domestic violence charges. Here's how troops will repay suspended payroll taxes in 2021. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Watch live, Dr. Arwoody gets COVID-19 vaccine as city launches new vaccination site. Donnie Kirksey, Chicago basketball legend, dies at 57 of complications related to COVID-19. Snow and ice to arrive by evening commute as season's first major winter storm hits Chicago area. Flash floods, the warmest summer on record, and 15 tornadoes spawned in one day, Chicago's extreme weather during 2020. Column, it wasn't all bad, was it? 9 things to keep from 2020. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, Sunday was busiest day at U.S. airports since pandemic took hold in mid-March. Daywatch, COVID-19 vaccinations begin in Chicago's nursing homes, real estate predictions for 2021 and Illinois rodents make social media splash. Rep. Adam Kinzinger has battled Trump and his fellow Republicans in Deep Blue, Illinois. Could that be a strategy for higher office? Tracking Chicago homicide victims. The light at the end of the tunnel. COVID-19 vaccinations begin in Chicago's hard-hit nursing homes as mayor asks for continued vigilance against virus. The following headlines are from Phys.org. A single gene invented hemoglobin several times. Saving the world with Christmas cookies? Using economic data to create predictive models of anticipated antimicrobial resistance levels across countries. Meta Surface-enabled quantum edge detection. Sociologist details how, why privilege plays role in criminal courts. Switching DNA functions on and off with light. Like finding life on Mars, why the underground orchid is Australia's strangest, most mysterious flower. How to help dogs and cats manage separation anxiety when their humans return to work. Crops grown in Bangalore high on toxic heavy metals. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Tuesday, December 29th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Here's the top 10 science stories you missed this year, while you were distracted by COVID-19. Yawning is one of the greatest mysteries of the human body. The real story behind Aztec crystal skulls. Earth actually has 4 North Poles. Are growing pains a real thing? Insomniacs' brains might be wired differently. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Third small earthquake, and second near Carnation in 2 days, hits Puget Sound area. Appeals court upholds conviction of Hong Kong businessman. Alaska still deciding when groups will get COVID-19 vaccine. University of Alaska ski team raises $628K to save program. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Coronavirus, California breaks yet another record. Novavax coronavirus vaccine becomes 5th to begin phase 3 trials in United States. Campbell crime report for the week of January 1st. U.S. to allow small drones to fly over people and at night. Attempted home invasion robbery leaves 2 fatally shot, 2 others wounded in Southern California community. New California housing proposals face uncertain fate from lawmakers amid COVID concerns. Q&A, Daily City's chef Reina on turning meat eaters onto vegan Filipino dishes. New Year brings performance opportunities for local youth. Pierre Cardin, French fashion designer, dies age 98. Opinion, COVID phone notification shows sharing data can save lives. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Woman shot after allegedly driving at Springfield officer. Morning blaze damages nearly abandoned South Topeka Mall. Renters face deadline for help as COVID-19 infections grow. Turkey's top court rejects jailed philanthropist's complaint. Iowa man to stand trial in death of his wife. First elk hunt in modern Missouri history wraps up. Wisconsin bracing for strong winter storm, heavy snow. The next headlines are from The Intercept. FBI counter-terrorism informant spent a decade committing fraud. Deb Haaland's tough road ahead at the Interior Department. Mitch McConnell rushed to save his senators, but left Trump twisting in the wind. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Tuesday, December 29th, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Imaging the Twilight Zone. Brain imaging predicts PTSD after brain injury. Stopping ROS inhibitors tied to worse outcomes in patients with chronic kidney disease. Order and disorder in crystalline ice explained. An explanation for the lack of blood oxygenation detected in many COVID-19 patients. Detective work in theoretical physics. Sugars influence cell-to-surface adhesion. Assessment of neutrophil extracellular trapped in coronary thrombus of case series of patients with COVID-19. Electrons hot to it on twisted molecular wires. A single gene invented hemoglobin several times. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Endlessly grateful local venue owners welcome COVID-19 relief funding. Finally, a glimmer of light. Hive updates. Man shot on Roseland porch. Chain access, updating ice fishing access for the Chino Lakes. Cameron Krutwig's 22 points lift Loyola over Illinois State. Armando Manzanero, Mexican singer and composer, dies at 85. Nashville bomber Anthony Quinn Warner left hints of trouble, but motive elusive. Pierre Cardin, maverick French designer, dies at 98. Leftovers are the stars in Netflix's new food-based reality game show. Missing man last seen in Englewood. Rideshare drivers carjacked in Roseland, police. The following headlines are from Riverfront Times St. Louis. St. Louis lawmaker seeks ban on black hair discrimination. Hartman, Michael Niedorf snags the Chrome Key. 1MD Complete Probiotics Platinum Reviews, must read before trying. Medical Reviews 2021 Update, Scam Complaints Real Weight Loss Supplement Ingredients. 3 killed in separate shootings Sunday in St. Louis, homicide count hits 261. The best and worst of St. Louis dining scene in 2020. Where to recycle your Christmas tree for free in St. Louis. Exposed Skincare Review, Secret Weapon for Acne. Max Performer Review, the ultimate formula to boost your bed game. Meloderm Review, an all-in-one skin lightening cream. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Wayne County Funeral Home sued for cremating body without autopsy. Top 6 best testosterone booster supplements for men. Small-town Michigan mayor criticized for calling for rebellion in Facebook posts. Eligible first-time DUI offenders in Michigan could have convictions expunged under new bipartisan bill. Best volume pills that I tried and tested, my review results revealed. Dominion lawyers slam Melissa Caroni about outlandish claims of election fraud in cease and desist letter. 10 plus best cougar dating sites, find mature dates online. Detroit's Cultural Center to offer free and public outdoor Wi-Fi in 2021 thanks to $500 K grant. Nessel takes no crap from Trump, slamming him for obsessing about these women from Michigan. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Tuesday, December 29th, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Airport security workers don't undergo mandatory COVID-19 testing. Mysterious monolith appears in the Heights. 4 Houston Texans things that will assuredly get better quickly with new coaching staff. Your Christmas trees can help Texas fight climate change. First look, Valencia's Tex-Mex garage. Joy in repetition, why we love to see our favorite artists live again and again. Seismic brings mind-bending art experience to Houston. 10 best horror films of 2020. This week in Houston food events, score free kids meals at Peli Peli. George Thorogood gets back to the bone with full Beantown party. The next headlines are about world records making news. Kilian Jornet prepares for second 24-hour record attempt, Canadian running magazine. European swimmers of the early millennium, Dutch delight and Peter van den Hoogenband and Inge Bruijn, Swimming World magazine. Record shows U.S. sold ambassadors home in Israel for $67 Trib Live. Seattle's leading local news, weather, traffic, sports and more. Seattle, Washington King5.com, King5.com. Record U.S. COVID hospitalizations could force healthcare rationing, Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Korea's artificial sun breaks world record running for an incredible 20 seconds, IFL Science. Human mattress dominoes, the dumb collaborative fun we missed in 2020, Mashable India. Dubai chefs partner with USA pairs for another Guinness World Record attempt, Hotel ME News. Year-ender, top 10 world sports personalities in 2020, Xinhua English News CN, Xinhua. Valorant world records, longest matches, most kills, popular weapons, more, Dixerto. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Punish yourself by watching the entire Shrek movie squeezed onto a 1.44 megabytes floppy disk. Great Britain set a wind energy milestone. Mysterious computer shop owner sues Twitter for defamation over Hunter Biden story. LG announces a new line of mini LED TVs for 2021. Tuesday's best deals, Acer Nitro 5, crane and canopy window sale, Napo massage gun, shower beer holder and Bluetooth speaker, KN95 face masks, and more. Marvel's The Eternals get introduced by a clothing company. The world's smallest portable Nintendo 64 is barely larger than a cartridge. Where's the Apple TV dongle? Bro, beer me a shower beer so I can put it in this $10 shower beer holder, bro. Adorable Panasonic robot makes deliveries in Japanese smart town. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Moraa Airport in Australia at 109.94 degrees Fahrenheit or 43.3 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Agayakin in Russia at minus 67 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 55 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. The best accessories and MagSafe gear for your new iPhone 12. Why AI is so power hungry. How your digital trails wind up in the hands of the police. All I want for Christmas is an awesome new curriculum. Antibodies and SARS-CoV-2 infections, the more the better. House overrides Trump veto, defying demand to repeal Section 230. Study sheds new light on Polar Explorer's final hours, 100 plus years later. Reddit clone vote, home to hate speech and QAnon, has shut down. CD Projekt Red investors sue company over Cyberpunk 2077 debacle. Like Titan, Pluto's atmosphere is hazy, but for a different reason. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Parents allegedly watched as their 4-year-old was killed in an exorcism, now they're barred from her funeral. I don't like socialism, Trump supporter berates cops after being forced to wear a mask. Former Trump official cut off from Rebuild the Wall funds during accused grifters trial. Ted Cruz defends push to secure $35 million in COVID relief for big oil, including firm run by major donors. Weak I'm potent loser, Trump's tantrum ignites mockery after Republicans refuse to join election theft scheme. Kelly Loeffler comes out for $2,000 relief checks, I've stood by the president 100% of the time. Trump rages at weak GOP after House overrides his veto, say goodbye to your forts and treasures. Louis Gohmert's crackpot lawsuit is going straight into the trash can, CNN White House correspondent. Health expert reveals how Trump's administration is repeating its COVID-19 failures with vaccine rollout. Trump supporters seethe after hotel cancels their reservations ahead of January 6 protest. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Kelly Loeffler's conflict of interest is even worse than reported. Coronavirus growth in Western countries, December 28 update. The nursing home aide who decided to quit rather than work while sick with COVID. Heroes of 2020, Nathan Apodaca. Protecting domestic violence survivors from eviction is always important, but especially during COVID. Monsters of 2020, Sonny Perdue. Red State Rebellion. Lunchtime photo. Liberal democracy is staging a comeback. You're on mute, is the phrase of the year. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Explained, why is there renewed interest in Proxima Centauri, the closest star to the Sun, the Indian Express? Does lightning strike on Venus? Mysterious flash may help solve puzzle, National Geographic. A new theory about the monolith, we're the aliens, the New York Times. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Numerous Indian American STEM researchers named Fellows of American Association for the Advancement of Sciences, India West. A major malformation illustrates the incredible plasticity of the human brain. See Tech Daily. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Tuesday, December 29th, 2020 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Perpetrators of Balloon Boy UFO hoax pardoned. Reinflesham forced UFO 40 years on. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Tuesday, December 29th, 2020. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. True Strange News Fair Use Statement. No Views News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2020 by No Views News. All rights reserved.